from Pontes Books here with the chapter 32 vocabulary focus for the Prince and the Pauper. Today's vocabulary word, like so many others, has a ton of different meanings. It can refer to the people who are starring in a play or a movie or a show. It can refer to something you put on your arm after it's broken. It can refer to what you do with a fishing pole when you're trying to catch fish. Have you figured out what the word is yet? The word is cast. But if you can't tell from the picture here, none of those meanings that I mentioned before are the one that we are looking at in our vocabulary focus for today. Rather, it has to do kind of with throwing things away, as seen in the image. So, as I said, our definition that we're looking at is the verb form of the word cast, specifically when it means to get rid of, to throw away. Often this refers to something that was unwanted. So it's not really like we have cast, like you cast a fishing pole, you throw it out in front of you, obviously while still holding on to the end of the pole. But this is a more kind of aggressive form of the word where you are casting something aside because you don't want it. So you're trying to get rid of it. So some examples could mean, some synonyms could be to discard, to throw out, or to shed, things that you don't want anymore, you want to get rid of it. Some non-examples would be to catch, to keep, or to accept. So we are looking for things that mean the opposite of those, essentially. Our etymology of the verb form of the word cast is from Old Norse. So casta or casta, not sure, to cast or throw. So that meaning has traveled through time. And again, it has a couple different iterations where some that are, just a more friendly toss and some that are a more aggressive, like get this out of my space type meaning, but always has come from the same general definition. Some sentences and additional forms of this word. Our straightforward sentence: the security officer caught the pickpockets and cast them into the alley. So you can kind of picture when they have in the movies or shows like a pickpocket, like throwing someone out by their collar. That's kind of the visual, one of the visual representations of the word cast. Our sentence from our chapter, it has a similar visual. Cast the beggar into the street and scourge him through the town. The paltry knave is worth no more consideration. And I believe this is coming from when, actually, I don't remember if this is referring to Hugh Hendon. I believe so. No. This is referring to, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I think this is referring to where Edward runs into the Westminster while the coronation is going on, trying to prove who he really is. And at first he's doing a really good job, and then he gets some questions wrong. And then they eventually figure out who he is. And I think then when they switch back, they realize that Edward really is who he says he is. I think this is Lord Hertford, I believe, saying this to Tom, but I'm not 1000% sure because I didn't double check, which I should have done. But then obviously Edward stops him and says, no, he was trying to tell you the truth the whole time and you just thought he was crazy. Some other forms of the word: casts, casting, as other forms of the verb itself. And that's pretty much it, besides if you go into different definitions of the word itself. So that's cast. Hopefully you learned something. Have a good rest of your day.